sometimes the wrong destinations lead you to the right places. I would have never found this way to live if I didn't stumble. Yeah.
You've really come a long way, Mike, especially us at Discovery, to just be able to see you doing so good.
Yeah, we have a lot to celebrate this year.
You filmed all year this year
Yeah,
for
the
the
whole
first
year.
time sober.
Yes.
And what was that like? Was anything different about it? Like, what was your experience like being sober filming?
Well, I was actually a bit insecure going into season 1 of Jersey Shore Family Vacation. I was about 2 years sober. I had a very good foundation, but I hadn't stepped foot in a club. I haven't necessarily filmed a show like that. And Jersey Shore was known to be, you know, a party show. And what I'm also going to explain to you, it also comes down to mindset. If you think you can do it, you can.
Right.
If you think you can't, you won't. My recovery comes first. But
Right.
that's my first step. Then I want to continue to be a good person, to be self-aware and analyze myself to try to be better and not bitter. On a daily basis, I try to be a better person than I was the day before. And that's where
Constantly bettering yourself.
Yeah, and that's what I was addicted to. See, it wasn't necessarily the drugs that was the problem, which obviously we know drugs are a problem, but it really comes down to I was the problem.
Yeah.
I had an obsessive personality, and I didn't. It took me, you know, into my 30s to realize that any substance I was gonna, you know, do to excess, just like physical.
You're gonna use anything.
Yeah. So what you have to do is you have to change your behaviors from negative ones to positive ones, slowly, one day at a time.
And it kind of just retrains your brain.
Yeah, anytime that I get any type of negative thoughts, which we are human, we will get negative thoughts.
Right.
You have to be, well, I was taught to immediately kick them out. I kick it out and I think of something positive. I go back to my baseline, which is being grateful.
Yeah.
I'm just so proud of my progress from the last.
We are proud too. Has
from the past
Discovery
year.
helped at all this year with the what you learned at Discovery? Did anything any
listen,
tools stick with you?
Listen, what I learned at Discovery has taught me a new way to live. Okay, and that's just being honest.
Started the foundation.
Yeah, it started it. It taught me how to run the tape.
Right.
And if you don't know what run the tape means, it means you are thinking out your decisions and almost like forecasting. If you're getting into an argument with somebody and you're like, you know what, this is getting me out of my peace, I'm just gonna exit. But if you don't know how to run the tape and you could start an argument, get into a fight, next thing you know, you get arrested. That's a situation you want to avoid.
You know about the situations.
Yes, yeah. Running the tape is very important. Also, keeping your side of the street is very important. I don't lie. I don't cheat. I don't steal. I don't drink.
And we kind of saw you a few times in the show, like kind of like go like that, if there was something going on.
I want to let everybody know that I walk it like I talk it. You know.
Yep. Yeah, that's good. You have to walk it like you talk it, or else no one's gonna, you know, look to you. And you've really set like a true example of true recovery this year, because a lot of people that struggle with addiction, you know, a stressor will be their first. It's a good excuse for them to be. I mean, not, you know, it's just.
I don't want to be hard on. I don't want to be hard on you guys, but there are no excuses in life, and there are no excuses in recovery.
Just keep moving.
It's all about mindset, okay? You want to know what I'm thinking when I'm about to go away for a couple months? I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to try to better myself by reading more. I'm going to write a book.
You're planning it out. You got a plan when you get there.
I'm going to write a journal.
You're not going to be bored.
I'm going to write a journal, okay?
Maybe a book one day?
Well, I'm working on 3. Okay? I'm going to do a quote book. I'm going to do a quote book. I'm going to do the first 3 years of my recovery. I'd like to maybe title it the Recovery Bible, or My Blueprint, or the 10 Commandments of Recovery. Oh my gosh,
you're killing me today. I'm loving this.
And also, I'm going to have a lot of time to work out. So the situation's going to return intact, okay, ready to tackle 2019. Cool. Cool. So this is the girls' house? This is the girls' house. Cool. Guys' house is in Asbury Park. We're going to wrap real quick and just, you know, go around and say what we're grateful for.
Just to be alive and just enjoy life. Like, I'm grateful for that this holiday season.
Yeah, life is a marathon, you know, not a sprint. I love books. I'm working on something to do with Recovery MTV, so keep your eye out. Okay. Yeah. I'm I'm just excited that we started this relationship together over a year ago, and it has been an awesome relationship. So I just have to handle one thing, be a man, handle it with grace and class, come home and tell my story.
So now you're facing some wreckage of your past coming
That's
up.
true, yeah.
And is there anything that you would like to say to somebody that is also facing, a consequence of their past and getting sober through it?
You are a product of your decisions. The only person that's going to save you is you. So therefore, if you want better results, make better decisions. I start with my sobriety, and I start with the principles that I learned from Discovery. Being grateful, running the tape, also keeping my side of the street clean. I stay in that one day at a time, and that's where it all starts.
It keeps it good for
you. I couldn't even, dream to be the person I am today because it took so many one day at a times to get here.
Well, it's been 3 years now. You just celebrated 3 years. Congrats.
Yes,
on that.
yes.
That's really amazing.
When I first got out of Discovery, I had no money, I had lawyer bills, I had fines, I had the court breathing down my neck. Do you want to know where I started? I started with, it cost $0 to be a kind person, and that is where I started.
I learned, through going through this process with Mike of recovery and his wreckage of his past, because he had a lot of it, and it took a long time to clean it all up.
We had cleaned it all up.
But this is the last piece, and to be honest, I'm just happy that there's a finality to it, and you can see, you see the end of the road for that story. So we're excited.
I guess I'll close with saying, if I had to say a statement to someone, I'd tell them that I think it's why would you give up everything for one thing if you can give up that one thing for everything?
Oh, I love that.
That's fire.
I feel like the car just lit
into
flames.
It's fire.
It really just, that was really amazing.
It's a good one.
And it's so
simple, but it's so hard.
A wise man once said, nothing at all. Oh damn. Oh damn, we gotta keep going. Oh damn.
Yes, for real.
This was awesome.
Yeah,
today.
Thanks again, both of you, for real.
Thank
It
you
was
for
amazing. We got the closing deal song.
Okay, yeah.
We just closed.
That's my joint.